Sipin Ashok, Sipin Bridget, Samita, Sudeep, Kiran, Kaumudi, Sipin Sagairaj, and I cannot see anybody else. There are many more on the call, but I don't see your image, your video. Well, so here you are with as usual. Sometime when I'm traveling, I take a minute or so to get started. So my dear friends, let us start with the main question. The administrator, what is the question for today? Did you get the question? Is the transmigration of a soul possible? Okay, over to you. Questions. Who would like to take this? Is the transmigration of the soul possible? Who would like to address the answer to this?
Hello, Shivam.
Shivoham, yes, Bridget.
I think it can be, but I would like to know during the migration, it's possible to have many souls in one body, or the soul split in many little morsels.
So what do you understand by the transmigration of the soul?
It's the reincarnation.
Reincarnation, right? So is the reincarnation of the soul possible? Will the soul be reincarnated?
Yes.
So your soul. So when you die, your soul will take another body. Is that what you believe? Okay.
Yes.
So I will answer your question after. Don't forget, I should answer your question. Who else would like to try? I need to explain to you, Bridget. Sudeep Bhargava.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Sudeep.
Sir, if the soul, when we perceive soul, it's a form of energy. So I do not think that energy can be transformed from one body to the another one. As an example, I can say that, let's say there's an ocean. Ocean gives result to a wave. The wave reaches the shore, it dies out. Another wave comes. Now we cannot say that the ocean has taken a reincarnation.
My dear Sudeep, if you tell people about ocean and wave, then they'll be completely lost. So let's not lose the plot. Tell me, is the reincarnation of the soul possible?
No, reincarnation of soul is not possible, sir.
Why it's not? Because Bridget said it's possible. If you say it's not possible, then tell me why it's not possible.
It is not possible because soul is nothing but energy. It is not an object which goes from here to here. It's like the best example that you always give is of two balloons. So if I have a balloon here and it's full of air, I prick that balloon with a pin, the air comes out. And I then take another balloon without air and I put the air inside that balloon. Now the air that came out of this balloon is not the one which will go inside this balloon.
Okay, so again, you're moved from wave to air in the balloon. So I understand what you say. And you've given me your answer. According to you, transmigration of soul is not possible. Can somebody tell me clearly, is it transmigration of the soul possible? Can you explain to me, according to you, if it is possible, why yes? If not possible, then why no? Who can explain to me?
Guruji Pranam.
Mataji Pranam. Bolo Mataji.
Guruji, as air is present everywhere, so is the soul. Same soul is present in everywhere, like air's divine soul is present everywhere. So there is no question of transmigration of soul.
So what happens when Bridget is telling the soul transmigrates? How would you contradict that? How will you face that? Bridget is saying no, there is transmigration of the soul. So what do you have to say?
Shivoham.
Yes, Girish, Shivoham.
What takes another body is mind and ego, not the soul.
Okay. So why should we believe what you say?
It is because soul is the power supply. It is without form. It is when mind and ego takes a body, it is with a form.
Okay.
Energy is not perceivable by our five senses. It is formless. So where is the question of reincarnation or transmigration of soul?
Some people say it's there in the Bhagavad Gita. They say in the Bhagavad Gita there is transmigration of the soul. So there is transmigration of the soul. Even Bridget says. But Sudeep and Girish and Kiran are strongly against the con. Anybody here believes that there is transmigration of the soul? Ashok Nichani. Bolo Ashok.
Sirji, the soul is immortal.
The soul is immortal.
Immortal.
So why can't there be transmigration? Even if it's immortal, why can't there be transmutation?
Because it's mortal, it's not necessary, because it's a supreme power. It's immortal.
So why can't it, if it's immortal, why can't it take rebirth? What is the problem? Why do you deny it?
It's the highest form of energy.
Manta hu main. But why can't it be reborn? Why do we deny the possibility of the soul being reborn?
Soul doesn't need to be reborn. It is always immortal.
Okay, good. So now I was just trying to pull Ashok's leg. So Ashok says, okay, anybody else wants to talk? Ashok is saying the soul is Prabhu Paas hai. The soul is Param, Amar, Anant, Anadi, Sarva Shakti. This is what Ashok is not telling. I am telling on behalf of Ashok, but this is what he is trying to say. The soul is energy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Energy does not take birth. Now, Sudeep, you want to say something more to this? Please, Sudeep. Ashok Nichani, your point is appreciated. Sudeep.
Just another point of view that I had. I am assuming that I will be taking a rebirth. So when I get reborn as some Mr. Sanjay, so the soul in Sudeep and soul in Sanjay would be the same. Because all of us are ultimately coming from the Paramatma. So
then the soul is reborn, no?
No, soul is not reborn. That's what I'm saying, sir. It seems to be reborn because the soul in me and my next birth will be the same. It's coming from the same source, but it is not the same.
Let's catch the crook by its neck. Okay, we are not here to waste time. We are very clear. There are very senior people who attend this call every day, and everybody wants to know what is the truth. Everybody wants to realize. It's very simple. This is the most important question that will liberate us from this samsara, this cycle of birth and death. If you believe that the soul will be reborn, you will never be liberated. You will never be liberated, because then you are one of those. You believe in Dvaita. You believe that you will die and your soul will be reborn. No, the soul is what gives you life. The soul is the power supply. It is like saying in a computer, the hardware, the software, and the power supply are three separate aspects. I think Girish told it, or did not Girish say? The mind and ego is reborn. I think it was Girish, right? The point is this: it is not the soul that can have transmigration. So, Bridget, I want to explain this to you, Bridget, specifically because, so Bridget, when you or me die, who dies? The body dies. People will say Bridget passed away. Correct, Bridget? People will destroy your body. People destroy your body because you are not in that body anymore. So that point is absolutely clear, that the body is what we leave. We leave the body. We are not the body. We leave the body and we move on. Correct? The next point is, then who is reborn? The point is, who is reborn? Is it the soul that is reborn, or is it the mind and ego that is reborn? So when you think of the soul to be something that's reborn, then you don't have the picture clear. The soul is Sip. The soul is the supreme immortal power. The soul, Atma, is Paramatma. So it's very important. I'm addressing this specifically to Bridget. So Bridget,
But But I
Yes.
want to understand something. Soul never come back. Soul
Bridget,
go away with sip and never come
Bridget,
again.
Bridget, you are talking, right? What is
Yes.
the power that's making you talk? You have a battery inside you? Any battery? You have any wire connected to this air? I want to see any wire inside you going inside. I want to see.
No, I
What
don't
is-
have battery.
What is
But
making you, what is giving you power?
sip,
Soul. The soul. The soul
Right.
is Sip. The soul is supreme immortal power. Soul in you, soul in me, soul in Kumar Swami. He's also having coffee. If there's no soul in Kumar Swami, he cannot drink coffee. The glass will fall down. Therefore, question, who is reborn?
honey,
body-
me, and ego.
Yes, only mind and ego. When the mind
Soul
and
never come back.
soul will come back, but the soul is not your soul. It is not your soul and my soul and Sudeep's soul and Girish's soul. It is one soul. It is one power in you, in me, in everybody. It is one supreme immortal power. Is you clear about it now?
But I want to understand something. When
Yes.
can someone take birth?
When somebody
With
takes birth,
me and ego.
when somebody
What
takes
is
birth,
inside? Who is
Soul.
inside?
no, it is
Soul.
soul. Wait. But the soul,
where do you come from? This soul.
but the soul does not take rebirth. Okay, try to understand. Here it is. I move the phone from this hand to this hand. So what
Yes.
moved from this hand to this hand? What moved? What moved from this hand to this hand?
The telephone?
The telephone. But can you say the air also moved? The air moved from this hand to this hand. The air is moving. Can the air move?
Yes.
No. Air is everywhere. Air is not moving. You understand?
Yes, yes.
The air is there everywhere. The
Yes.
soul, this is what Sudeep tried to explain, but Sudeep, when he was giving analogy, people go ahead, go wrong. So Sudeep, I'm sorry, Sudeep, but I'm explaining your analogy. So the air is everywhere. Soul is everywhere. The mind and ego is transmigrated. Their rebirth is for me, M-E, mind and ego. Who gives the life to the mind and ego? The soul. But it is not, Bridget, that your soul will be reborn with your mind and ego. No. Now you understand or not? Clear or not clear?
Yes, but
But-
soul come back or not come back never.
Soul is like the power in your house. The
Yes.
soul, if you bring
It's
a TV,
always
if you bring a TV in your house, will it come on? Yes. If you bring a computer and switch and you put in the plug, will it come on? Yes. If you bring a refrigerator, you bring washing machine in your house and you plug it in, will it come on?
yes.
Because the power is one power in your house. It gives power to all the gadgets. The soul is one power. The soul does not take transmigration. People are confused. People think, Bridget, what you're thinking, let me clarify. You're thinking Bridget will die and Bridget's soul will be reborn, correct?
Yes.
Wrong. Bridget's soul will not be reborn. Bridget, there is nothing.
No, I understand now.
There is
Sound
nothing.
is only a power.
Yes.
The power is everywhere. Like
Yes.
electricity, my
Yes.
electricity is the same of the neighbor.
Yes.
Is the same here. Is
Yeah.
my electricity is the same everywhere. The soul
Even-
is like this.
Correct. So
Always there.
So your soul and your neighbor's soul is the same soul.
Yes, like electricity.
Correct. So will you please be clear about it?
Yes. I will.
So,
It's clear.
so there is no transmigration of the soul. We must be very clear. And the day we realize that we are the soul, not the mind and ego, then we are liberated. That is the goal. The goal is to realize that we are the soul. The moment we realize we are the soul, then there is liberation, nirvana, mukti, moksha. Okay, question answered, administrator. Who wants to ask questions today? Is Kaumudi there, or she'll again ask in the end?
Yes. No, I'm going to ask today.
Yes, Kaumudi.
So my questions are ready. One sec. I'll just ask you. Hello, what are questions? Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So one sec. Okay, my questions are ready. So tell me, if we have good karmas and then we have bad, does it get like divided in that? Let's say tomorrow if I have hurt someone and then if I am helping someone, will it get like nullified, both of them, or I will have to face the good for the good karma and bad for the bad karma?
That nobody in this world can tell you.
Oh.
What happens is, let me tell you, what we need to understand is we need to understand that it's like a bank account. See, so what happens is, suppose you are having a bank account and you keep on taking debit. You spend money for petrol, you spend money for pizza, you buy a mobile phone. So all those account is negative, minus, 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 minus. Your account is minus, 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 minus. When you keep doing good, you serve the blind, you help a dog, you help good, you again have positive, 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 positive. That is our understanding. So therefore, the positive and the negative gets into one account. And finally, how that will come back to you, nobody in the world can tell you. Absolutely nobody in the world can tell you, because that is the point we have to understand. We have to understand that only the divine knows. Correct? I hope you get my point. How the law of karma works, nobody in this world knows. But we only know one thing, that good for good and bad for bad will happen.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Next
you.
question.
Okay. Then
Sudeep Bhargava, keep your next question ready.
Okay.
Sudeep Bhargava.
So to those people who feel that soul can get transmigrated, to those people, I mean, I'm not in that group.
Yeah.
But my question to those people will be, then how will you define the liberation? Then the liberation cannot take place now, because soul has to come back.
Well,
that means
they believe that the soul should be liberated.
no, but they are also believing that the soul will reincarnate.
Yeah, because they think the soul owns the karma.
Okay.
So
but soul cannot take the karma, because soul cannot be touched.
No, but the moment they think, the moment you think there's a transmigration of the soul, then you believe the karma belongs to the soul.
True. So
and you believe
basically self-contradicting themselves, sir. That's what I'm saying. There's a self-contradiction in that statement.
It's not about self-contradicting, Sudeep. This is the problem with what people talk. And people even quote Bhagavad Gita. How can you deny Bhagavad Gita?
No, it is a wrong interpretation of the Bhagavad Gita, sir.
Correct. So how, but the moment is wrong interpretation.
Interpretation is wrong. Gita is right. So the interpretation is wrong.
Sudeep, the moment there is wrong interpretation, then there's wrong understanding. And the moment there's wrong, then everything goes for a toss. There's nothing more we can do about it.
That's true.
Okay. Next question. Avinash. Yes, Avinash.
Yes, sir. The question that I had is like, now I understand soul is everywhere, but then who carries mind and ego?
Who carries mind and ego? What do you mean, who carries mind and ego?
See, as a rebirth, me will be reborn.
Yes.
So where this mind and ego will be saved and transferred?
The mind and ego is the software of the body, correct? You understand? The mind and ego is the software of the body. And when the hardware, when the body collapses, then the mind and ego comes as a zygote, as a tiny zygote, it comes in a new body. Now, Avinash, please pay attention because it may be the most important question of your life. So please pay attention. Avinash, in reality, there is no mind and ego.
Okay.
So when there is no mind and ego, in reality, there should be no rebirth. If there is no mind and ego, there should be. Okay, please pay attention. I'm asking you a question. Who takes rebirth?
Mind and ego.
If there's no mind and ego,
No rebirth. Means, yeah.
why do we take then why do we take rebirth?
Karma cycle means, yeah.
No, because we think we are mind and ego. Because we
Yes.
think we are mind and ego. Because we think we are mind and ego, what happens? Because we think we are mind and ego, we create karma.
Yeah.
And the moment we create karma, then there has to be rebirth. Because the moment you create karma, that means you have to settle your karma.
Yes.
But the moment you realize that it is not my karma, the moment you realize that I am not the mind and
Oh.
ego, then you're free, then you're liberated. It's as simple. It is just like a very simple equation, but we don't understand it. Are you understanding or you're not understanding?
No, I got you. I got you. Only thing is that like people carries like previous birth, we call it like they have memories, they have experiences or some skill set they have like since they are inborn, like inborn
No, no.
skill set. So how
No, you
we,
may have vasanas and samskaras and whatever you may call what you're trying to explain. Please
yes, yes.
understand. Please understand. Today, do I think I am the mind and ego?
No, you don't. Yeah.
Why I don't think?
You come to that stage now, you experience everything as one union.
Because I say I am air. What is the
Yes.
meaning of air? What is the meaning of air?
Atma in Ravi.
I am the Atma.
Yes.
So in reality, I am the Atma in Ravi. So
Yes.
where is the mind and ego then?
No. Yeah, that,
There
correct.
is no
If,
mind.
yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
mind and ego. I don't have a mind. I don't have an ego.
Okay, okay.
The moment I don't have a mind and ego, then I don't have karma. The moment I don't have karma, then there is no rebirth. Are you getting the point?
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Yes, I got you. Yeah.
So what
Yes.
is the challenge?
No challenge actually. Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
No, there is a challenge. There is a challenge that we take off the mind and ego. Can you take off? I'll give you 1 crore rupees today. Take off your mind and ego. Can you do
No,
it?
not
Prove it to me.
not possible. Yeah.
I can give you 10 crores. You can't take out your mind and ego. Because the mind is constantly bombarding us with thoughts. And if you want to get rid of the mind, you need consciousness. The moment you have consciousness, then thoughts become fish that swim in the ocean of consciousness. You need to develop that state of consciousness. The mind will be there, but you tell your mind, hey, shut up, you mind. You shut up, you mind. You tell your mind to shut up.
Okay.
And then when the ego says, I am Avinash, you say, who's Avinash? I am not Avinash. Avinash is just my name. And you look at the mirror and you say, oh, I am this person. You say, you're not this person. See, we need to be clear, correct? If you're not clear, then we are in deep trouble. There needs to be clarity. The moment we are mind and ego, we start to suffer. The moment we are mind and ego, there is big time suffering.
Got you.
And then what Bridget was saying, then the rebirth happens for the mind and ego. The mind and ego comes back again and again and again and again. The soul doesn't get reborn. The soul is just a power supply. Pump, pump, pump. The soul just gives power. Cluck. For the rebirth of the mind and ego. Cluck. The soul just gives power. Okay, next question. I hope you're clear, sir. Avinash,
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
I hope
Yes,
it helps
yes.
other people on the call as well. Yes, please. Rekha? Rekha. कौन सा रेखा? Parvani. Rekha Parvani.
I can ask.
Yeah, if Rekha Parvani is not coming, you can ask. Rekha, are you coming?
Sir,
Rekha
actually,
Parvani?
people say that marriages are made in heaven. So
हाँ,
are marriages really made in मतलब पहले से decide होती है या फिर कैसे?
Somebody told me marriages are made in heaven to be suffered on earth. so it's not. So it's like this. ठीक है? For you, if you think marriage is a very beautiful thing, if marriage is made in heaven, then why we need pundits to do all this? What do you call that? Nakshatra. I don't know what you all call this. Kundali. And then what about these matchmakers? And what about the romance? And what about boys and girls meeting each other and choosing each other? Then what is all that? So marriages are not made in heaven. Are we clear about that? Because you can choose a marriage in here. You can't say, it's just like saying one child told me, my education is made in heaven. So what? I said, why? What have you educated? He said, I'm footpath education. I said, why you are footpath education? He said, because my education is made in heaven. So can you agree to the child? He's footpath education because footpath pe baitha, because he says, my education is made in heaven. So what you will say about that? Say, you fool. You could have gone to school. Correct or not? School क्यों नहीं गया तो? नहीं ऊपर वाला ने बताया, ऊपर वाला ने किया मैं फुटपाथ का एजुकेशन. Can you blame ऊपर वाला? You are muted. Unmute. Please unmute.
वो कहते हैं ना कि जो भी होता है जिंदगी में भगवान की मर्जी से होता है.
किसकी मर्जी से?
ईश्वर की मर्जी से होता है ना. जो भी हमारी जिंदगी में कुछ होता है वो भगवान की मर्जी से नहीं होता है.
जो ईश्वर को जानता है फिर उसकी मर्जी से होता है. पहले ईश्वर का एहसास करना है, ईश्वर कौन है, फिर उसकी मर्जी से होगा. अगर तुम जानती नहीं हो ईश्वर कौन है, तुम्हारे हिसाब से ईश्वर इज कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, अब वो जमाने में है तो वो कृष्णा चले गए.
You also say no here that we are nothing, everything is the power. So हम तो कुछ भी नहीं है, हम तो कुछ करते ही नहीं है, सब तो वही करता है ना.
In the ultimate analysis सब कुछ वही करता है, और in the ultimate analysis हम भी वही है. हम और आप दो नहीं है. आप कैसे मानेगी आप और हम एक है? आप बोलेगी क्या बात करते हैं, मेरा हस्बैंड सुनेगा तो गाली देगा, तो ऐसा बोलता है आप और हम एक है. हाँ, लेकिन सच बात तो ये है कि हम जो भी एक कॉल में हम सब एक है. We are all one. We are one divine soul that appear as so many different people, but we don't realize it. Okay, I have a couple of questions here, and the one question that I have is from Rekha.
Shivoham Air. Yeah.
Huh?
Shivoham Air.
Shivoham.
Huh. So you have realized neti neti.
Yeah.
So which means whatever action is yours is not yours, correct?
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to know. When we realize the karma is not ours. Or
see, that is not easy. That is not so easy. If I just tell you how all my action is not mine, doesn't mean that it becomes like that. Every day there's a war inside. मैं फंसा, मैं खुद में फंसा. Every day there's a challenge. That honest truth is this. Every day there's a war between the mind and ego. I am attacked every day.
Yes.
There is not a single day I am not attacked. So we have to, just by saying neti neti, what happens? You are gone, is it? You become liberation, then everybody, Ashok Chotwani will stand in the center of Ulhasnagar and say neti neti from morning to night. Will he be liberated?
No.
So it is not like that. It is a big challenge. It is not just you say and me say neti neti. It doesn't mean we become liberated. It's a big challenge. And what is the challenge? The challenge is actually to realize we are not the body and mind.
Yes.
Actually to give up the ego. And this is not something which is easily possible. This is a very tough challenge. But the fact is that neti neti is the first step. If you don't know that, then you can't do anything else. I have a question from Ram Kumar Sharma. Is it on Facebook? Facebook. Thank you, Kiran. Ram Kumar Sharma says, please pick my question up to elaborate. Elaborate. Huh? Knowledge is structured in consciousness. Please, Guruji, throw light. Throw light. He wants me to throw some light, Ram Kumar from Facebook. So let us throw some light on. Please pick my question. Correct? Am I right? Please pick my question up to elaborate. Knowledge is structured in consciousness. Knowledge is not only structured in consciousness, knowledge is taught in schools and colleges. Knowledge is acquired by reading scriptures. Knowledge cannot only be considered to be in consciousness. What happens in consciousness, my dear Ram Kumar, I hope you are there on Facebook. In consciousness, knowledge crystallizes into realization. Just like in a refrigerator, water crystallizes into ice. So also in consciousness, knowledge crystallizes into realization. When there is consciousness, only then we will be able to have realization. The moment there is no consciousness, I know many people who are highly intelligent people, my dear friends. I know many highly intelligent people, highly educated people, but they make the biggest mistakes in their life. They make the biggest mistake in their life because their knowledge defeats their consciousness. Their knowledge thinks that they think they are MBBS, PhD, they think they are big people and they think they know everything. And they make the biggest, most foolish mistakes in their life because they have lost consciousness. So do not think. I don't know, your words are a little confusing. Read the line again. But knowledge is not structured in consciousness. Is that what he said? Knowledge can be independent of consciousness. But when there is consciousness, then the knowledge crystallizes into realization. I hope my message is helping you. We have last couple of minutes. Anybody would like to ask questions before we close? Haji, anybody wants to ask a question before we close? Okay, so today, my dear friends, I have a question in my hand, but instead of asking this question, I'd like to spend the next 2 minutes in understanding the subject that we spoke, right? So my point is that we need to realize what we spoke about today. What we spoke about today is very, very important. What we spoke about is the transmigration of the soul. The soul is the supreme immortal power. The soul, the divine spirit, the Atma, whatever you call it in you and me, that is the supreme power. And we should realize that the soul, the supreme immortal power, is birthless. It's deathless. That's why we have been talking, it is Amar, Anant, Anadi. Prabhu Paas hai. Param, Amar, Anant, Anadi, Sarva Shakti. Prabhu is that. And we have to realize that Prabhu is that. What is that? That is the sip. That is the soul. So my dear friends, today's question is very important. Don't ever confuse and think the soul is reborn. The soul gives birth, but the soul is not reborn. The question was, is there a transmigration of the soul? Which means many people believe that the soul will go, Ashok Chotwani's soul will go from one body to no. Ashok Chotwani doesn't have a soul. Ashok Chotwani is the soul. Ashok Chotwani is just a garment which is on top of the top of the soul. One day that garment will fall and become ashes, and the soul will become one with God. But if we don't realize all this, then the mind and ego, carries karma, and it comes back. And when it is reborn, Bridget to note, when the mind and ego is getting fertilized as the first cell of the zygote, at that point the soul comes and gives power of life. The soul is the divine spirit, the Atma. It gives the power of life. It is not reborn. It is not you and me. The soul is already liberated. The soul does not need any liberation. So this is a very important subject, and I did not want to dilute this session by ending it with anything other than this. Please pay attention on the importance that you are that soul. You are that soul which is immortal. You are that soul which is Anant, Anadi, birthless and deathless. You are that soul that does not go from one body to another body. Transmigration means the soul travels from one body to another body. No, the soul does not travel from one body to another body. The soul gives life when the mind and ego travels from one body to another body. If we realize this, then we are just one step away from enlightenment, one step away from liberation and unification with the divine. So I hope you will spend, don't just jump, don't go out of this call and jump and start doing something. Assimilate this subject very clearly in your head. Because if you don't do it and you are dead, then you have to come back. If you don't realize this truth in your head before you are dead, then you and me, we will come back either as a lizard or a cockroach or a tree, as a monkey, a butterfly, or a bee. But we don't want to be that. We want to transcend mind and ego, me. And we want to become one with He, the holistic energy that we call SIP. And with that note, I bow down to you and seek your blessings. All of you who have got the divine SIP, may you pour your blessings upon me so that I am able to answer your questions. I bow down to you.